Greetings to all of humanity. It's really a joy. It's my pleasure. It's my honor as usual to be out here in nature greeting you. Always bring this message of emancipation to you, whereby I'm pointing you inwardly to discover that your real identity is your divinity. And that is why I want to speak to you concerning how I would have gone from Christianity to discovering my true identity or my divinity. And the reason why I want to share these words of wisdom with you, it is because all of us have been raised to believe in secular Christianity. And secular Christianity has been pointing us to look outwardly and to look in the sky for a Redeemer and a Savior. But when I come to realize my real identity, which is my divinity, I've come to realize that I am to look inwardly and that I'm to believe in myself. But hadn't it been for the experience of having the birth from the skull, I would not have made that transition and be teaching others to seek to know themselves and to be open-minded. Now, there are certain things I would have discovered from being a part of secular Christianity. I've come to realize that it is built on guilt, shame, condemnation, and most of all, fear. And because of that, you can never really discover your true self. You can never discover who you are with that kind of belief system. Also, with secular Christianity, I realize that everything is based on this Jesus and Mary story. But as I would have said before, not until I actually had that word from the skull, I realized that the Jesus and Mary story, that it's all a lie, and really and truly, the entire Bible is allegory. And many people have been taking personification for persons and allegory for history. So my brother and my sisters, when many people go on the internet and try to testify and say that they would have gone from New Age to Christianity, and they try to give their testimony and try to speak about heaven and speak about hell, there's a simple thing that many are missing. Okay, and I'm going to show you in a simple way. Now, you have a body, you have a head. Okay, your head is above. This is where the intelligence is. And the mind controls the body. So there's a master and there's a slave. Now, when you live from above, which means you're thinking for yourself, you understand the law of mentalism. You understand how thoughts works. You live in your higher self. You realize this is heaven and down here is earth. You understand the carnal mind will keep you down here. And the spiritual mind, or the mind of Christ, is you dwelling in your higher self. You understand the positive and negative. You understand your higher self and your lower self. You understand God and the devil. So my brother and my sisters, when you understand all of that, just thinking about the anatomy of your body or the makeup of your body, you realize how simple it is to understand that secular Christianity is keeping you living at the level of the animals. Because from here down, it's just basically 5 senses. And the animal vibrate in the 5 senses. But they do not have speech. and mind, and you have speech and mind that make you higher than the animals. So when you're living your life and believing in secular Christianity, you're just living without meaning and without purpose, because you're not using that which you were given to live higher than the animals, because it means you're not living in the sixth sense. So it's as simple as not thinking for yourself is what would dehumanize you and bring you to the level of the animals. And that is what was done to slavery. And the slave master used his theology to keep you in mental slavery, so you would vibrate at the animalistic level of existence, which would breed poverty and mediocrity, because you are dwelling in the fear energy instead of the energy of love. So my brother and my sisters, as I was saying to you before, it was until I had that experience of the new birth, the birth from above, that I would realize that the most important thing in this world is to discover your divinity. And that is why I am sharing with the world that Christianity is robbing you of knowing who you are. It is taking everything away from you and keeping you living your life in this world being dumb and blind. So do not get caught up with those who are saying that they would have moved from New Age to Christianity and all of these things. All of those things are done because there's an agenda to keep you in fear and for you not to know what kind of decision to take. But my brother and my sisters, I just want to say to you that you are the Lord and Master of your destiny, because it is your own thoughts that is creating your reality and creating your personality. Therefore, you can create your reality consciously, but you have to learn to look inwardly. And you must believe that the Bible addresses the human mind and must be interpreted psychologically. You must believe that the Bible have no reference to anyone who existed thousands of years ago or to any actual event that would have taken place on earth thousands of years ago. You must believe that from the beginning to the ending of the Bible, that it's all a great psychological drama and it all addresses the human psyche. So my brother and my sisters, I just want to encourage you to look inwardly and to use common sense to help your friends and your relatives, to show them that they've been brainwashed, to show them that they've been programmed to go against their own selves, and that they need to love themselves and to embrace themselves and to believe in themselves, because you cannot believe in Jesus and believe in yourself. It's not possible. You can't have two masters at the same time. It's either self-government or you believe in a government outside of yourself. But my brother and my sister, the choice is yours. Are you going to choose your divinity, or are you going to choose secular Christianity? So, is religion or self-realization? But my encouragement to you, my brother and my sisters, is to seek self-realization. Seek to know who you are. Because real salvation is self-realization. And that is why, if you are a melanated person like me, it is very important for you to know your true history. It is good for you to know your true ancestry. It's good for you to know your true identity. And it is good for you to know your spirituality that was practiced by your ancestors before they were taken in slavery. So with that being said, my brother and my sister, I think I would have gotten my message across to you to show you that you must vibrate beyond Christianity to come in to discover your real identity to be your divinity. So let me say, if this is the very first time that you're listening to me and what I'm saying is resonating with you, helping you in any way, and you haven't subscribed already, I encourage you to subscribe, to like, to comment, or to share this video. But just before I leave you, I just want to remind you that hadn't it been that the single eye, or the eye of God, would have awakened within me, and I would have ascended like a fiery being, and would have heard that unearthly wind, that mighty rushing wind, and burst my conch chuck and became invisible, I wouldn't have been here bringing this message to you. Saying, according to Matthew 6:22, where it says that if your eye be single, your whole body will be full of light. Saying to you, my brother and my sisters, when you have that experience, you come to realize that it is the rising of the S-U-N in a S-O-N. And that truly the Bible is actually the sun book. For that would be the rising of, or the dawning of a new day in your life. And that is why you would realize that the sun parallels the human imagination and the human imagination parallels the sun. And why the very Bible says that the Lord thy God is a sun, a S-U-N, and a shield, and no good thing will he withhold from you. And truly common sense will teach you that the sun has never withhold any good thing from humanity. For the sun is what powers all of humanity and give all of humanity its energy. Also in Malachi chapter 4 and verses 2, you're told also that the sun, as in the S-U-N, of righteousness shall arise in you, not outside of you, in you, with healing in his wings. And that is why when the sun has risen in me, I've come to realize that righteousness is a discovery, not something you attain. And I'm using that light that has risen in me to help all of humanity, encouraging each and every one to use your mind power, which is your solar power, your sun power, your God power, your creative power, which is actually the sexual power. Use that power to achieve your every desire. So with that being said, I want to say peace, love you all, I'm out.